All right, good morning, everyone. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes. I'm serving as your presiding judge on this morning. We are on our specialty court docket this morning, so I don't need to go through all of my expectations. You already know them. And so we are going to get started this morning. As I indicated to you earlier, thank you for allowing me some grace this morning. We're starting later than what we were scheduled to start. And so I thank you for that 15 minutes. Our staffing ran over a little bit. As I indicated to you earlier this morning, we do have a team from Tennessee, from the wonderful state of Tennessee, that they are observing with us on today. And so if you see some additional names or some additional people in the courtroom, that's who they are. They are watching what we do here in Detroit. And so I'm sharing that with you because full disclosure, but also I want you to just be who you are, because I'm certainly going to be who I am today. All right. And so we are going to get started. I'm going to start first by having the attorneys please place your appearance on the record.
Thank you, Judge, and good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court, Vet Court Defense Attorney, P23863. Judge, if I may, I'd like to make a motion, a continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you, Judge. Good morning again.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Reed, and your motion is granted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning. Yes, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P31894, Drug Treatment Court, Vet Treatment Court Defense Attorney, and I would make a similar motion.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Mr. Fikens again, and your motion is granted. I'm going to also have our probation director and the coordinator. Please place your appearance on the record at this time.
Judge, good morning, Judge Wright Wade, probation director on behalf of the probation department.
Thank you, Mr. Wade.
Good morning, Judge. It's Majay Morgan, specialty court coordinator. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's have the case managers place your appearance on the record at this time. Miss Cleveland, you are at the top of my screen.
Thank you, Your Honor. Toshi Cleveland, case manager for specialty court.
Thank you, Miss Cleveland. Mr. Yancey.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Kenneth Yancey on behalf of specialty court this morning.
Thank you, Mr. Yancey. And then Mr. Griffin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Griffin, Door Court case manager on behalf of the probation department.
All right, thank you, Mr. Griffin. If there are any attorneys that are signing in on regular docketing matters on this morning, we have an observation going on. So if your case is scheduled for 11, I want you to call and speak with my clerk, Miss Drew. Call the office at 313-965-2280. Also, Ms. Drew, if you can reach out to the prosecuting attorney, I'm still not going to have attorneys sitting around on this morning. We're a little bit off of our schedule, but I'll do my best to get you in on this morning. With that, are there any, and so before I get started, good morning to the staff that's in the courtroom. Good morning, Ms. Wilson. Thank you all for serving on this morning. I am ready to get started. Any preliminary matters for my consideration? From the attorneys first.
Thank you, Judge. I just have one. I have a Mr. Anderson. He's on the regular docket, the traffic docket. There is a recommendation for dismissal. He's in a breakout room. I just want to let the court know that will be a small duration.
Dismissals.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. And as soon as Ms. Drew lets me know whether or not he has some additional matters here at 36th District Court, I'll try to fit it in, Mr. Fikens, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Anything, Mr. Reed? Any preliminary matters?
No, Judge.
Thank you, Ms. Cleveland.
Your Honor, I have two people that need to go in the breakout room. One is Mr. Manning, who is in person. I'm not sure if he's back from the lab yet, 36th District Court, but I believe Ms. Drew did set up the room for him. And also Mr. Bass would need to speak to the attorneys in a breakout room as well for the matter that we talked about with the ticket.
Yes, all right, very good. And so let's have, who's gonna go in the breakout rooms this morning for the
I will. I'll go with Mr. Bass.
All right, with Mr. Bass. Where's
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Bass? There he is. Good morning, Mr. Bass. And so what I'm gonna do, Mr. Reed, I'd like to, Mr. Bass, that was for a ticket, right? Yeah,
Civil
so,
infraction, Judge, yes.
yes, so I'd like Mr. Bass to stay in for the hearings. Something may be said today to encourage him, or to help him along the way. And then when we're finished, you can go in that breakout room and hopefully the prosecutor has made some contact with you, okay?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
All right, very good. So place yourself on mute, Mr. Bass. And then for Mr. Manning, Ms. Cleveland, you've already set up the conference room.
Miss Dion did that because we are being observed, so I want to make sure that I have
Okay.
access to it.
All right, very good. And so, Mr. Manning, I'm gonna have you go into the breakout room so I can place you in a breakout room. You're going to speak. Do you need to speak with an attorney, Mr. Manning? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You don't? All right. There's Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, any objection? He's saying I don't need to speak to an attorney. I'd like him to be a part to hear as well today because something may be said to help him where he is on this journey. So are you all opposed to not having him go in the breakout room?
No objection, Judge. We staffed this case this morning. We talked about the situation. There were recommendations made, and we don't have any objections to those recommendations. So we're prepared to proceed. Thank you.
All right, wonderful. All right, Mr. Manning. So he's in the courtroom today. I expect you to stay engaged with us, okay? And you're not sitting in the box. You notice I didn't have him put you in the box.
Yes, I know that.
All right, wonderful. All right, let's do it. I am going to start this morning with promotions. Promotions, we have several individuals who have been recommended for promotion. I'm going to ask all of the promotees to please stay on until I have finished with all of the promotions, and then I will excuse you. On today, I do want to know how you all did for the holiday. If you had any obstacles, how did you respond to them? If you had any triggers, how did you respond to them? And then I want to know from everybody, tell me something good. I want to know, y'all too young to remember that song, Tell Me Something Good. We might have to play that for y'all today. Tell me something good today. Mr. Odom, remember, listen. All right, so I want you to tell me something good. Tell me about your holiday. Tell me about triggers. I don't care if they were even slight triggers, how you responded. And then just tell me something good that has happened. And then I want you to also make sure, because I'm going to do all of our phase twos before I release phase two, say something to encourage, if you can, to encourage, to warn, to enlighten other individuals that are in the program, as we customarily do. All right? Y'all got that?
Yes.
Yes, Judge.
All right, got it. Let's do it. Our first promotee this morning is going to be Mr. Odom. And Mr. Odom came dressed for the occasion. Where is he? Mr. Odom, where are you?
I'm right
for me. I see you, Mr. Odom. Look at Mr. Odom. He came dressed for the occasion.
I got promoted.
You're getting promoted. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Look
okay.
at you, Mr. Odom. Yes. All right, let me place your case number on the record very quickly. I have case number 210-573-5901. Mr. Odom, state your full name for the record.
Carlos D'Angelo Odom.
All right, Mr. Odom, we staffed your case on this morning, and some wonderful, wonderful things were said about you, and a recommendation was made to promote you, and there were no objections. I want to hear from you. Are you ready for promotion?
I'm ready. I'm actually shocked, but I'm ready.
You shocked? Why are you shocked?
I didn't know I was promoted today, so that was a blessing right there. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
So you just wore your bow tie today because you wanted to?
Today my daughter graduates to the 6th grade, so I'm actually at the course. I'm heading into a graduation promotion to the 6th grade.
All right. Look at you. Well, congratulations to your daughter. Congratulations to your family. That's right. That's right. You wear a bow tie to your baby's graduation. All right. I see you, Mr. Odom. All right, Mr. Odom, listen, some great things were discussed about you in staffing this morning. First of all, I'm happy that you're being recommended for promotion. I heard that you're back in school, and not only are you back in school,
Yeah.
you have a 3.9 GPA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Odin. Yeah, come on, y'all. Let's celebrate him. You are doing a fantastic job. That's right. Celebrate yourself, Mr. Odin. There you go. Very good. You are working. Things are going well with your job.
Yeah, it's going well. I'm part-time, but it's good to be back working. It's good to be back working. I've been in school since January, but I originally started in 2020. So next year is graduation. So hopefully I got some good things coming next year. Yeah.
Look at you. I'm so proud of you, Mr. Odin. I am. And I hope that you are proud of yourself.
I'm proud. Proud.
Yes, you should be. Are you getting some sleep now with baby
Yes.
girl?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You getting some sleep now?
I'm getting some sleep.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good.
She's giving us some sleep now.
All right. I know she was giving you the blues at first, but see, she got better. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Tell me what's your thoughts about heat. How are you doing with heat?
Heat is excellent. I can't stress it enough, but from the moment I was involved in heat, I seen the impact that it had. You know, it's like it's stuff that I was never taught, and the stuff that Mr. Williams he's very well detailed and order, and like I never expected something like that be going on around in the community, the families, the fathers, you know, all that. It's just everything is just it's real good. It's real good. I learned a lot from that.
All right, very good. I'm glad you are participating and that you are engaged in the heat. Listen, Mr. Odom, there were no objections to your promotion, Mr. Yancey. Yep, is it Mr. Yancey? Yes, Mr. Yancey. Just quickly place on the record why you are recommending Mr. Odom for promotion. You may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Odom came into our program, and everything we asked him to do, he was doing. He started treatment at Lake Ridge. Then he started the heat program. We worked on goals regarding school, regarding employment. So between that and treatment, he just, everything we asked him to do, he not only did it, he didn't give me any backlash or why do I have to do this or that. So he's embraced the program and he deserves to be promoted today, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All
negative screens.
All right, he's in compliance. Wonderful. And still no objection from the team. And so if no objection, Mr. Odom, do you have any questions for the team this morning?
No questions, team.
All right, very good. I need everybody to join me in celebrating Mr. Odom on his promotion. He is being promoted today to phase 3, to phase 3. Yes, sir. All right, Mr. Odom, you know that this is not the time to cut corners, right? You got to keep moving, got to keep working hard, right?
I do.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, what's the next date for Mr. Odom?
Yeah, and I think we're going to have Mr. Odom come back on July 15th.
All right, and what time, Mr. Yancey?
We're going to start off with the 10:35. We might change that, but for now, we're going to have him come back at 10:35.
All right, sounds good. Did you get that, Mr. Odom?
Got it.
Did you get it?
I got it.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Odom, congratulations to you again on all of your accomplishments. I am going to mute you at this time. I'm asking you to mute. Stick with me until I finish all of the promotees, okay? All right, you're not gonna miss any of the graduation, right?
Well, it started at 10:30, but I want to hear some more encouraging words that everybody has to say.
All right, but I don't want you to miss your baby girl getting promoted either. So I'm gonna leave that up to you, all right? All right.
Okay.
All right, very
Okay.
good.
Mhm.
All right, our next promotee is Miss Sharice Bavell. Miss Bavell, come on, unmute for me. Where
Hey,
are
good
you? There
morning.
you are. Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. How about yourself?
I am well. That put a smile on your face. I see you now.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, ma'am. All right, let me place your case number on the record. I have case number 20L03079FD. State your full name, Miss Bavell.
Sharice Babel.
All right, how are you this morning?
I'm doing good actually. Every day, taking it one day at a time. But this is my best time of the day, the morning. You know, I can think about how I'm gonna go, how I'm gonna deal, who I'm gonna, how I'm, and keep it pushing. That's it.
All right, very good. Very good. You changed it all up for me. What's going on?
Yeah, I could, cause you know what? I'm gonna just say this, and I won't. I don't just say this because a lot of people ask me, was it stress? Was it depression? I'm letting the past. I'm leaving the past in the past. I'm happy with who I am today with my sobriety and being sober for almost 2 years now. And it's just like I'm left it where it was at because the hair was holding me back too. So I just wanted a new look for myself, and I wanted to try something different.
New you, new look.
Yeah. So
I love it. I don't know if you all remember Miss Horenstein. She said the same thing. Remember, she cut off her hair and she said that hair was tied to her past. And so amazing. Yeah,
yeah.
I love the
Because it tell
look.
a story. Because the hair of the dreadlocks, it tell a story, and that's not the story that I want to tell in my future. So chop it up.
There you go. Because your future looks bright, Miss Bavell. I hope you know that.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
It's not easy, but it ain't hard. It's what you make it. So
All right. And you staying connected to your services, right?
yes, ma'am. I actually
Doing
the Late Bridge program. I've been in cahoots with that. I had a few different, peer coaches, but they saturated that. But it's been a good help when I need somebody to talk to. If I can't get in touch with Mr. Griffin because he's busy, or a co-peer or AA sister, I could reach out to Lake Ridge and talk to them, Miss Little, Miss Lewis, and a few other women in there that helps me out a lot when it comes to just helping on, just AA meetings, because it's not a lot, with the in face, it's more Zoom. So they're very helpful though. They're very helpful.
All right. Very good. Very good. I heard that you're down for a little bit. You taking good care of yourself?
Yeah, one day at a time, one step.
Literally, right?
Yeah.
Literally.
I'm actually
All
just
right.
left the doctor's office. They gave me a different cast. So yeah, I'm doing good. Everything's healing good. So, but I'm happy I took care of it because this program has saved my life and got me doing so much that I'm supposed to been had done that I've been postponing because I was worried about that bottle, and that bottle can stay where it's at. And I'm doing what I gotta do, and I'm happy. It was hard the first week, painful,
Yeah.
less stress, but I'm all right. I'm better.
You better. I love it,
Yeah.
Miss Bavell. All right. Mr. Griffin recommended you for promotion this morning, and there was no objection from any of the team members. Mr. Griffin, I'm going to have you state for the record why you have recommended Ms. Bavell for promotion.
Your Honor, I recommend Ms. Bebel for promotion because she has been working really hard since she started the program. She started with some obstacles, some self stuff that she had to get over. So she's kind of spreading her wings now, and I really appreciate that. She's looking to do different things. She's looking to go back to school. She has really embraced the program, like she said. She knows a lot of things that she had to cut out her life to move forward. Just like with the hair, a lot of different things that we talk about. She's open, discusses things with me, and she came a long way. She's been with us just over 17 months, no sanctions, and she's just moving forward in the program. So I think she's an excellent candidate to be promoted to phase 3 today, Your Honor.
All right, very good, team. Any objection as to Ms. Bavell for her
No
promotion to
objection.
phase 3?
No, Your
No
Honor.
objection.
All right. All right, Ms. Bavell, you have any questions for the team this morning?
No, I just want to thank y'all so much for having this program and letting me into this program because, it's I don't know where I would have been if I didn't have y'all. Y'all my family now, and
Yes,
I
we
like
are.
to see y'all, and I like to see my co-peers, everybody doing what they got to do. one step, one step at a time. And I wanted to say, you said, what was our triggers and how do we cope? Father's Day. Okay, Father's Day was very kind of, for me, my family had this big picnic every year. And they were like, Sharice, you don't come around. Like, first of all, I got a scooter. I'm on one foot. And I was like, I went to see my dad. I took him his gift. I showed my face. And then he's like, stick around, baby. I just couldn't do it because those are my triggers, you know, being around crowds, they drinking, they partying. These my people, these my family, you know, but I separate myself from those things. So then I went and I took him fishing the following day. So, you know, it worked out because I know my triggers,
Look at
big
you.
crowds and bottle popping and all that. I can't be around all that. So I just took him a gift and then the following day we went fishing and that was fun. So that was my triggers and that's how I dealt with the holidays and stuff. So
I'm very
I'm just
proud
thinking
of
for
you,
it. That
Miss
was
Bavell.
it was hard, but it was like, let me go home. And, you know, it was upsetting at the same time. It was like, but I'm happy for being where I'm at today, you know, because back then I was looking back at memories and it was like, oh, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see myself like that again. So that was how I dealt with that.
Miss Bavell, I just want to say that I am so proud of you. You had a trigger and you were able to work your way through it without regressing.
Yeah. Because it was like thinking about the consequences you got to deal with if you know, I think about you for sure. I think about this. I don't want to disappoint y'all. Like, and it's like not even just y'all, it's myself. And I've been doing so good. Why fumble now? You know? So,
Yes. I'm so proud of you, Miss Bavell. I really am. And I know the team is too, which is why there was no objection with respect to your recommendation for promotion. Listen, Miss Bavell, I say this to people all the time, and I hope you know that I mean it, that when you are faced with triggers and you're able to overcome, I want you to tap into that strength that's inside of you, that willpower, because sometimes people don't realize the strength that lies within them. And so I say this all the time, you are stronger than you think you are. And so I need you to write this one down. You made it through Father's Day. Guess what? We've got the 4th of July coming up. We've got all of these other summer fun days coming up. You're stronger than you think you are. So what you did, you can continue to do it because you have that strength within you, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right. Very much. You're very welcome. Listen, I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in congratulating Miss Bavell on her promotion to phase 3. Congratulations, Miss Bavell. Congratulations. This is the last mile for you. It is. It's the last mile for you. And so this is not the phase to get lazy or to cut corners because you're working at this for a lifetime. Long after we're gone, you should have some plans in place so that you can stay on track with the goals that you've set for yourself. So I'm excited for you. I need to get a return to court date for you. Mr. Griffin, what's next for Ms. Bavell?
Your Honor, we're going to set her for July the 15th, 2022. And we're going to do it at 10:35 because that'll be another day that will be observed. So we have to get the time set right.
Okay.
All right. You all do it. Very good. All right. Wonderful. All right. I need everybody. Listen, I'm going to have Ms. Bavell to, did I applaud her? I already applauded her. I'm having a senior moment, Ms. Bavell. Enjoy it. All right. I'm going to have you go on mute just for a moment. And then I have one more promotion and then team, before I release the promotees, I'm going to open the floor. If you have any comments or anything that you'd like to say to our promotees, I'd like you to do so. Our last promotee on this morning is Mr. Ernest Wilson. Mr. Wilson, where are you?
I'm right here up top.
There you are. You were moving around my screen. Good morning, Mr. Wilson.
Good morning. How are you, Judge?
I am well. Let me place your case number on the record. I have case number 193-6817. Mr. Wilson, state your full name for me, please.
Ernest Wilson.
All right, Mr. Wilson. We had the opportunity to staff your case on this morning, and Mr. Griffin made the recommendation to promote you to phase 3, and there was no objection from any of the team members. How do you feel about being promoted, Mr. Wilson? Are you ready?
Oh, I feel very ready. I've been ready since the first minute I joined this program because it's teaching me a lot, and knowing that I had to deal with all the different phases when learning about the program, that I could reach that goal. And with the help of the specialty court and the case manager, it's put me aside along with the help of my children, my grandchildren, and all the people around me that consider what I'm going through and considering the aspects of what they need to do to help me. And they did, and you all did.
Yes, yes. Mr. Wilson, you came and you're committed to working in this program, and you have kept your word. You have worked very hard. Not only have you helped yourself, but you've also been a help to others since you've been in the program. And so I am excited to hear about you getting promoted. Are you still enjoying retirement?
I'm enjoying retirement. I'm spending every morning out doing my gardening. I had, before I covered it the day before, to go out the next day, I'll see some of my collard greens have been bid on. No other day had they been until I put the net up. But I kind of knew that those rabbits were city rabbits because they ate the collard greens only. So you understand what I mean. They didn't touch nothing else. And so
so they city rabbits. I have never heard that, but I'm writing it down, Mr. Wilson. They only ate the collard greens. All right.
Only touched
what
the
else
collard
did you have
greens.
in that garden?
I put cabbage, thyme, rosemary, squash, cucumbers, hot peppers, habanero, 5 different type of tomatoes. And actually I counted about 60 tomato sprouts this morning. Hadn't counted them in a while, but I got about 60 tomatoes growing. And it'll be all right. I might have too many, so.
All right. Very good. Listen, that sounds like that's a good thing you're doing. You're gardening. And so we're excited for you. Are you having any issues? Anything that you need us to help you with, Mr. Wilson?
There are no issues. The only issue that I had was my cousin's friend came on the boat and he tried to bring beer on my boat to go fishing. And he really had an attitude about it. And I explained to him, that's my rule, that's my regulation. And the trigger is something that someone else can pull for you. Because I look like this, if you don't bring nothing, no ammunition to put in the gun, you don't have to pull that trigger. So the ammunition is beer and liquor, stay away from me. I fished without it. The fish don't need beer and liquor to bite. It takes talent to catch them. So we caught some walleye that day and he was kind of happy that he didn't bring his beer because he wouldn't have been able to feel some of the different things that was going on that we had to teach him about fishing for walleye. So now he has that frame of mind to help the other, those that you want to be around, because you won't be around me if you can't go with my standards of expectation for me to live longer and for me to enjoy all the people around me.
I love it, Mr. Wilson. I love it. I love it. All right, Mr. Griffin. Tell us why you are recommending Mr. Wilson for promotion today.
Mr. Wilson's been with us, just a little bit over 18 months. He had a 24-month contract, no sanctions, doing everything he's supposed to do. Very wise. Like I said, a lot of people in the program look up to Mr. Wilson. He loves giving back. Me and him talk a lot about different things. So just very encouraging, positive attitude. He came in the program, highly decorated, a lot of things, but he's able to sit down and work on himself. So the progress that he had made from day one to now has been incredible. So I think he's an excellent candidate for phase 3 today, Your Honor.
All right, very good. If no objection from the team, I need everyone to join me in celebrating Mr. Wilson on his promotion. Congratulations to you, Mr. Wilson. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, Mr. Griffin, what's next for Mr. Wilson?
Your Honor, he'll be coming back July the 15th, 2022 at 10:35.
Sounds good.
All right, very good. All right, I'm going to have the team at this time. If there's anything that you would like to say to our promotees before I release them, you may do so.
Great job.
Yes,
Great job.
Congratulations on promotions. Keep up the good work and be safe. Thank you.
All right. Uh-oh, Mr. Wade, are you talking to us? Oh, okay, all right. Very good. All right,
Judge,
I wanted to make sure we heard you.
Judge, may I say one other thing?
You may.
To all other people within the program, all these Zoom meetings, you can learn a whole lot if you look for Zoom meetings that are even outside the country, like in the UK, like in Switzerland. I went on a couple in Africa, and learning that the same thing happens to people all around the world. It's may have a different name for the alcohol, a different name for the beer, but we all have the same name as alcoholics or drug addicts, but we all have the same temptations, and then we all have the same way to try to create a better self for us. So just look it up, alcohol meetings that are outside the country, and you'll be amazed at the little things and the stories and the progress that other people have made, and the way that they live is not exactly how we live. They may not have all the luxuries, but they still have the same problems.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that, Mr. Wilson. Thank you. We are not by ourselves, and you are not by yourself. All right. With that, I am going to thank and excuse our promotees today. Mr. Wilson, you are excused. Ms. Babel and Mr. Oden. All of you have a great weekend. Have a great holiday and stay safe. Do what you're supposed to do. All right. Goodbye.
Thank you.
All right. I am
Good
ready
morning.
now to transition to, I'm ready to transition to my phase 2 cases. Before I do that, Mr. Farina, I know that you're on. I don't have your client's name. Ms. Drew, who is he on for?
Your Honor, it's Ali Sharaf or Badani. They've got a couple different names.
Okay, all right. And so if you all can indulge me just for a moment, because they were scheduled for 11 o'clock. Thank you for your patience. I am going to start with Al Muhammad Ali. I have case number SP 119-38671. Counsel, your appearance.
Roger Farina on behalf of Mr. Ali Muhammad Sharaf, actually Al Badani, who's sitting with me. Sir, state your name for the record.
Muhammad Sharaf Ali Al Badani.
Your Honor,
Thank you and good morning to both of you. Today is the date scheduled for a formal hearing. Ms. Drew, has any of the officers checked in?
Judge, no officer had checked in this morning.
All right, Mr. Farina?
Yes, Your Honor, I agree. Motion to dismiss. The officer is not checked in.
All right, thank you. I'm granting your motion. I'll dismiss the matter without prejudice. Of course, the people are at liberty to recharge should they desire to do so. Thank you for your patience, Mr. Farina.
Thank you, Judge. Have a
and
good
thank
day.
you,
Be
Mr.
safe.
Ali.
Keep on the excellent
You
work.
do the same. Thank you. All right, I don't see Mr. Fikens, and so I'm going to go back to my docket, and I am ready for my phase 2 people. All right, and so remember, I want to hear about your holiday, your triggers, if any. Tell me something good, and then leave a word of wisdom for the others that are part of the team on today. And so phase 2, you're going to stay on until I excuse you. Did I see Miss Ellis? Is Miss Ellis on this morning?
Yes, Your Honor, I saw her. Oh, there she is.
All right, Miss Ellis, unmute for me. Good morning, Miss Ellis.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing very well. Let me place your case number on the record. I have case number Z8066081. State your full name for the record.
Deja Ellis.
All right, Miss Ellis, how have things been going with you?
They've been going pretty well. I got to see my grandfather, of course, on Father's Day, and I just spent time with him and my grandmother and my mom and my 2 sisters.
All right, very good. And how'd you feel about spending time with your family?
It felt really good because now I moved out of my mom's house, so I don't really see them as often because I do stay about 30 minutes away. So it was really nice to spend time with all of them.
All right, very good, very good. And so you heard the things that I want to know. How did you do for the holiday? Did you face any triggers? How'd you overcome them? And then tell me something good.
The only trigger that I really faced was my biological father. He did pass away a few years ago. So, I do
Okay.
keep thoughts, but I've been handling it a lot better than what I was before.
All right, very good. Look at you, I'm proud of you. So you didn't do anything that was self-destructive, right?
Yeah.
Very good. I'm very glad. And you were with your family and you were sober and all those wonderful things, right?
Yes.
All right, very good. Very good, very proud of you. Tell me something good that's happened to you since the last time I've seen you.
Something good would probably be well, I got a promotion at work that I think I told you about. I've been doing really well with that. Before, I did have a few issues with my supervisor when I first got the promotion, but now we've been, talking, and she's been giving me pointers and advice and helping me out.
All right, very good, Miss Ellis. Congratulations to you. I heard that you were back in your team leader position, right?
Yes.
Look at you. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. All right. Go ahead.
Oh, I just said thank you.
Oh, okay. All right. We had an opportunity to staff your case on this morning, and Ms. Cleveland shared that you have some wonderful things that are going on. Also, your therapist was with us and shared that you are doing very well. You are engaged, and I'm excited for you, Miss Ellis. Yes, I am. I also heard that you are trying to get back in school, ma'am. Are you excited about that?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. When I first dropped out of college, I felt like I needed to take the time to deal with like depression. I did miss being with my family, so me being away from home for the first time was a lot. And I just realized that I really do like learning. I love going to school. I like learning new things, being around different people from different walks of life. And I just want to really get into my career because I know that working in a plant is not something that I want to do for the rest of my life. So I really want to try to stay focused and go back into nursing and finish everything that I aspire to do in life.
All right, Miss Ellis, I'm so proud of you. I am. I can remember when you first came to us, you didn't have anything that you were aspiring. You were just like, I'm just here. And now look at you. You want to go back to school. And guess what? I'm going to be really nice to you because you're going to end up being a nurse. And I'm a horrible patient. And I want you to be kind to me should you ever see me in a hospital setting. I do. I need you to be real kind to me, Miss Ellis. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Listen, I'm proud of you, Miss Cleveland, as well as Miss Hawthorne did update us that you are doing extremely well. Miss Cleveland, Miss Hawthorne, is there anything else you need to add other than what we've already talked about in staffing? Is there anything you need to add as to Miss Ellis?
No, ma'am.
All right, Miss Cleveland.
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to make a recommendation that she receive an incentive today for all her good progress. Ms. Ellis, I'm very proud of you. I enjoy working with you. It is nice to see the path that you're on, and nursing is a great field. So, and you'll do very well in that. So continue with your endeavors. Your Honor, I'd like to present her with a gift card by mail. I have her address, so I'll make sure it gets there.
Very good. And so I want to also give her a judicial applause. Miss Ellis is doing awesome. Miss Ellis, look at you. You look good. You're doing well. I'm proud of you. You're going to get a gift card through the court as an incentive just to encourage you to keep going. And so before I have you go back on mute, I want you to say just one thing to encourage somebody. We have a new intake that's coming in. Hopefully on today, we have folks that are with us, that are kind of with us. Some days they're not really sure if they're with us. What would you say to encourage them or to warn them or to uplift them? Give us something.
I would just say that it's always going to be things that happen in life that affect you negatively, and you can't feed into it. If you have to like cry, just cry, let it out. If you feel angry, let that out in a positive way, and just keep going and stay focused.
I love it, Miss Ellis. Did y'all hear what Miss Ellis said? Oh, yes, that's some good words for all of us, not just the program participants, but for all of us. Thank you, Miss Ellis. All right, I'm gonna get your return date. Miss Cleveland, what's her return date?
Your Honor,
Date and time.
date and time. She is in phase 2, so she would be having a face-to-face on July 15th, 2022 at 10:35 a.m.
All right, very good. Did you get that, Miss Ellis?
Yeah, I got that.
All right, wonderful. I am going to, if nothing, anything from any of the other team members asked to Miss Ellis?
No, Your Honor.
No, Judge.
Nothing? All right, I'm gonna have you go on mute, Miss Ellis. Hang in there with me until I finish phase 2, okay?
Okay.
Stay engaged. All right, very good. I'm going now to Mr. Bass. Good morning, Mr. Bass.
Yeah, it's Holmes.
Good morning. I'm doing well, Mr. Bass. How are you?
Daniel,
I'm having a hard time hearing you.
I said I'm doing well.
All right. All right. Let me place your case number on the record. I have 200-596-9901. State your full name for me, Mr. Bass.
It's Bass.
I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Terrence Bass.
There you go. I can hear you now. All right, Mr. Bass. You changed up your look on me too, didn't you?
I just got my hair braided like I usually do. When I went to the graduation, I just keep my hair done.
All right. I see you. Usually, you know.
Yeah.
All right. I
Yeah.
like it, Mr. Bass. I like it. All right, Mr. Bass, you are doing very, very well. I know we've got to take care of an issue with the ticket that you did get. And so, I was not happy about that, but I think that they have worked something out. And so things happen, but I need you to make sure that you're doing everything that you can do to be a law-abiding citizen, okay?
Yeah.
All right, very good. All right, you know what I want to know? Holiday triggers, and tell me something good.
Well, I got to see my little brother, and I got to see like my dad's side of the family. I had went out to Ipsy and they barbecued, and I see his nephews and everybody, and just got close with the family. Just was really hanging out, playing basketball, and just staying away from the negativity, like what I should not be doing. So yeah, I've just been
There you go.
holding on strong, like staying on task with what I need to do to get through the program and to better myself. Like really get my credit score up, and that job I'm still working, and yeah, my car's still running good. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. I made it to Ipsy. I drove to Ipsy. That was my first time driving out there, and it was a nice ride for me. And I learned I can get on the freeway and leave and go really far. So that's another good thing
Okay.
that I've been experiencing. God, that ticket, I really apologize about the ticket, but I didn't see the stop sign, and
That's
it was
okay. Wait, Mr. Bass. Mr. Bass, I don't want you to talk about the facts of that ticket, okay?
okay.
I want you to do that when you're in the breakout room with your attorney. All right?
All right.
All right. There you go. So you all will talk about that and then come back out and see me. All right?
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Bass, how are you doing in the HEAT program? What do you think about HEAT?
Oh, it's wonderful. Mr. Williams, man, he a good man, and it's like everybody is like going through damn like same thing. Like everybody like in common with their situations. It's Like you can learn being heat, and it keep you out of trouble also. Like
All right.
being able to
All
be there
right.
with them about your life situation, and it's like it's a good meeting for sure. I really like the meeting. I really like
Good.
the heat program.
Great. Mr. Bass, are you having any issues, any concerns that you need the team to address or to help you with?
No, not at the moment. Just the gas prices.
I wish I could help you with that. I need my shiny red bicycle and I ride it, Mr. Bass. I certainly do. I ride my shiny red bicycle. And so that's the only thing I can tell you to do, get a bicycle. I don't know.
I ain't trying to ride the bike to Royal Oak. I work in Royal Oak and I live in the city. That's a nice ride. I don't.
That's a nice ride.
Yeah, that's a nice.
Wind blowing in your face. Come on, Mr. Bass. That's the only thing I can tell you. It's the only thing I can tell you. Listen, Mr. Bass, you're doing a great job. You've had a number of obstacles to overcome since you've been with us, and you have continued to work. You've continued to show up and roll up your sleeve. Extremely proud of you on today. We had an opportunity to staff your case, and there were no issues that were brought to the court's attention. And this is for the whole courtroom. You all know if you have issues, you can go through your case manager, or you can ask to speak to me in a breakout room, because your issues are my issues and we want to make sure we address them appropriately and expeditiously. And so just make sure, even though I'm not saying that this morning, you all know, and I want to make sure you know that that's always, always available to you. Let me hear from Ms. Cleveland. Is there anything else that you would like me to know about Mr. Bass? Anything additional?
No, Your Honor, we discussed everything in staffing. He has appeared today. He recognized that he has this ticket that has to be reconciled. And Your Honor, I would like to give him a next court date when you're ready for me to do that.
I'm ready. You may do so.
Your Honor, I would like to bring him back for the Zoom hearing that's going to occur on July 15th, 2022. I know we're going to determine a time for that particular day for hearings, but he's making such good progress. If he stays on this path, I'm going to have some good news for him for that day.
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. So we'll put him on for 10:35 a.m. on July 15th, 2022. All right, Mr. Bass, you have any questions?
No.
No questions?
No
All
question.
right. Very good. All right. I need you to hang in there with me while I finish up phase 2, okay?
Okay.
All right. Proud of you, Mr. Bass.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Let's go to Jonathan Pope. Come on, Mr. Pope. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you this morning?
I'm actually great.
You are great. You are very good. All right, I'm gonna hear about it. Let me place your case number on the record. I have case number 200-447-4801. State your full name for me, Mr. Pope.
Jonathan Pope.
All right, tell me what's great. What's going on?
No, and actually just life great at the end. Like I said, I had a unexpected Father's Day. So that was good. I thought the ladies showed out. I thought they forgot about me, but my sister and them and everybody they gave me a return favor because I did them so nice on Mother's Day. So I was expecting not to get what I got in return on Father's Day, but they made it happen. So it was a blessing. And like I say, also it was a trigger at the same time, but I held it down. I played my part. I held it down. So it ain't nothing to take off. But it was a mind blowing. It was an experience. It was the first one I experienced out of 16. So it was great.
Wow, Mr. Pope, you said it was some triggers, but you held it down. What'd you do to hold it down? Somebody need to hear it.
Oh, I left it alone. I played the four words in my head. Miss Holmes, don't play. That's it.
Now, see, why we got to go there? Why we got to go there? Who is Miss Holmes?
Don't play.
He's like, you know who Miss Holmes is. All right, Mr. Pope. Mr. Pope, you know we had a good talk at the graduation, right?
Yes, and I know one thing about it. I told you, and then like I say, first, I love the new program I got. Like it's where I need to be. That's where I need to be. The heat
And
where I
you're in
need
the
to be.
heat.
Yes, I need to be.
Yes,
That's where I
sir.
need to be. I've been enjoying that little couple of sessions. It put me in a perspective where I need to be because it set me to where I can talk about my problems and it's like I say, it's irrelevant. It's in my league. And you be needing to vent sometime and do that. And like I say, Mr. Williams there is a wonderful young guy, and y'all can say young like us, so it relate. So it's where I need to be. I appreciate it. And I thank y'all for that.
Did you think it was gonna be like that? Mr. Pope, let me ask you a question. Did you think it was gonna be like that, or did you think you could go in there and like buy people some lunch and get out of it?
I thought I could go in there and buy people some lunch and get out of it.
Look at you. And I heard you in there doing it, Mr. Pope. You showing up all the time, you're participating, you're engaged.
Yeah, because I like it. When I'm interested in something, I'm gonna make sure I happen. But I'm interested in it. It got my attention. I like it.
There you go.
I'm gonna be tuned to it.
Thank you, Mr. Pope, for trusting us. I know you didn't want to do it. You didn't want to. You came in here. You know that whole treatment side. You're like, I don't need any of that. And you were very close to it. So thank you for trusting us and going and at least showing up and giving a try. Because now look, it worked out for you.
Yes, it did.
It worked out for you. So I'm very proud of you. Listen. Tell me something good. What's good going on? Oh, you did tell me something good. Your sister showed out for Father's Day, right?
Yes, ma'am. They did what they had to do.
They did it. All right. Tell them I said thank you because that put a smile on your face. I saw you.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. I thought
All right.
they be hanging.
All right.
Other than that, everything been all right.
Say that again.
But other than that, everything's been all right. Everything's been all right.
All right, very good. Have you taken an opportunity to watch Clickbait?
See, I didn't have a chance to because, like I told you, I got them 2 properties, and then it's been having my little hands tied. Like I'm trying to go on and finish them out because I'm trying to start this group home out of them. So I've been trying to get it up to code and get things situated. So I really been tied up with that. I'm really actually about to be on the scene now.
I ain't gonna fuss at you. Let me just say this. I will have an incentive for you after you watch Clickbait.
I got you. I told you before we finish this trial and tribulation, I'm gonna have that down for you. I promise you that.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. All right, Miss Cleveland. Anything additional as to Mr. Pope?
No, Your Honor. Just as reported in staffing, he's compliant with your court orders and he's doing well. I can give you his next court date if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's going to be he's in phase 2. It would be a face-to-face on July 15, 2022. And then I'll schedule that for 10:35 a.m. as well, if that's okay.
Yes, that's fine. All right, wonderful. Mr. Williams, I know that we've had a couple of people that I've done that's been associated with heat, and they have given their updates, which happened to coincide with the updates that you gave us in staffing. Was there anything else that you wanted to add?
Just proud of you guys, man. We have some very deep conversations, funny conversations, and as the guys know, I open up about myself quite a bit. And sometimes I joke with them, I need the group. I need the help too sometimes. So them guys have grown on me. And like I said in staffing, I got not one problem with none of them. There's some good guys in there.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Mr. Williams. All right. Anything from any of the other team members asked to Mr. Pope?
No, Judge.
Nope.
No, Judge.
All right. All right. If not, Mr. Pope, you're doing a great job. I want you to keep up the good work that you're doing. We are here for you. And if you don't have any questions, I'm going to ask you to place yourself on mute and hang with us until we finish phase 2. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Wonderful. All right. Let's go to Cody Hanna. Mr. Hanna, I'm ready for you. I have the following for you. I have case numbers U563099620, U563099920, U563131120, U563134220, U563136620, U563141120, U563149220, U563152020, U575842020, U5759930, and then case number U581179220. Mr. Hannah, state your full name for me.
Cody Hannah.
All right, good morning, Mr. Hannah. How are you this morning?
Good, how are you?
I am doing very well, doing very well. You look like you're doing good this morning, Mr. Hannah. Am I correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, very good. Tell me what's been going on with you. You heard the couple of things that I want to hear about. What's going on with you?
Everything's pretty good. Father's Day, Father's Day, you know, I lost my father at a young age, so Father's Day is always, you know, kind of a tough day, but I don't know, like they say it gets easier with age, and you know, it was always younger when I was younger, it was always a lot tougher, but as I got older, you know, my father's in a better place, so, you know, but really just hung out with some people close to me, and it was a pretty good day. So, you know, I talked to a couple family members, you know, and keep my distance from the ones that, you know, aren't living in the same path that I'm living in. So other than that, it was pretty good.
All right, and how did you handle those feelings, those emotions surrounding Father's Day?
Like I said, it's nothing new. So, just the same stuff I do. The people I got in my corner, I talk to, and, you know, if I'm feeling a certain type of way, or, you know, I just give people a call and talk to them. But other than that, everything is pretty good, you know.
All right, you handled it though, Mr. Hannah. That's what I want you to see.
Yeah, I
You
had a
didn't
long
go
talk.
backwards.
No, I had to talk with my brother too. It was good. My brother's doing real well, and everything's good with his kids, and about the situation with my girlfriend. Like I said, we got that doctor's appointment coming up, but everything's been pretty good.
All right, and so that situation still exists, is that correct?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so we talked a little bit in staffing about some resources that Ms. Cleveland is going to align you with. And I hope you'll take advantage of them, because I think it'll be very helpful to you, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, very good, very good. Tell me something good that's happened to you, Mr. Hannah, since the last time I've seen you.
Something good. I don't know. I went out with some people from work the other night. My boss, a couple other people that I work with, and had like a nice dinner and hung out for the day, like after a hard day at work, and it was real nice, kind of get away for a little bit, you know. But
okay, very good.
Yeah, got away for a little bit, had a nice dinner, and you know, kind of hung out with some people. You know, it's not always about work, you know.
Yes, yes, you have to do some self-care. I also heard that you are still actively engaged in community. Is that correct?
Oh yeah. My job. You know my job. I'm always. That's you know. As of right now, I make my living off being involved in the community. You know, and I'm fortunate enough to make, you know, have an income doing it. You know, and not just it being community service. So, but yeah, you know, since, you know, my past being in, you know, being homeless, that's, you know, a couple, you know, times in my life, you know, I'm fortunate enough to actually have a job where I'm actually able to give back to the community and also make a living off of it, you know.
Yes, yes. And so I'm excited for you, Mr. Hannah. You are doing exceptionally well. Officer E is on this morning. I don't know if you can see him, but he's on this morning. And so, Officer E, I didn't know if there was anything you wanted to add as to Mr. Hannah.
Not really, Judge. Just still really proud of you, Cody. And it's good to see you. You look great. You sound great. I've seen you out on the street a couple of times, as you know, doing your thing with the community. I'm really proud of you. You're doing great. We're here for you. If you need anything, you know, you and I can hook up and have a coffee, and you are catching up like we have. So anyway, just keep doing what you're doing. We're all still here for you. You know, we support you. We love you. We want to see you succeed, and just really proud of you. I know you got some things that you're facing now that we kind of discussed a little bit, but you know, it's going to be awesome. We'll get you through it, and you know, you'll be better for it, just like you are now.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you, Officer E.
Thank you,
All right, Mr. Hannah, you're very welcome. Mr. Hannah, how's that independent living coming along?
Good. No, one thing I wanted to, I got to talk to Miss Cleveland about. I was supposed to have on, yesterday, I was supposed to be getting a call from my therapist, and I don't know if something happened because, the lady that I got assigned at Pop-Off supposedly was on vacation, so I got reassigned a different, you know, therapist to have a session with, and, I didn't get her call, so, I'm gonna talk to Miss Cleveland after this about, you know, maybe about what happened. I'll have to give a call up there to Pop-Off or something, because it was supposed to be at 6 o'clock for over the phone, and I had never got a call from her.
All right, so Miss Cleveland, if you can find out, because we certainly want him to stay connected to his treatment and follow his treatment plan. So if you could find out what's going on. I know Miss Holmes could not be with us on today, but let's find out what's going on, because he was supposed to get a call on yesterday, and Miss Cleveland will circle back to you. I know we're in court today, but she'll get back to you. We get a couple of breaks, okay?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor, I definitely
right.
will.
All right, very good. Mr. Hannah, do you have any issues, any concerns that you need the team to address at this time?
No, not at the moment, not that I can think of.
All right, very good. What's your word of encouragement or your word of wisdom today for the group?
I don't know, I'd just like to say that it's possible. I mean, because just from my personal experience and being in a lot of situations that I've been in, if you want it, you can get it. You know, if you want the sobriety, you want the clean time, and you want to chase a different life, it's the same effort. Every day I wake up, the same effort that you put into doing stuff in the streets or doing anything illegal, you can put into a better life. So just, I mean, if anybody's feeling like that, it's possible if you want to obtain it.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Hannah. Those are some good words of wisdom. Thank you. All right. Miss Cleveland, was there anything you wanted to add as to Mr. Hannah?
No, Your Honor, he's back on track. He's doing well. I will be contacting him about the resources that we talked about for recommendations for him going forward. And Your Honor, I'm very proud and I'm very happy to work with Mr. Hannah. He keeps in contact with me all the time. So it's great to talk to him.
Very good. What's Mr. Hannah's return to court date?
Oh,
Judge, may I interject real briefly?
Oh,
Hi,
absolutely.
Cody. I have not had a chance to see Cody for a while. Cody, you look amazing. I'm so freaking proud. I see the difference even from the last time we sat on the bench downstairs in court. You look great. I see you doing well. I'm so proud, and I'm still here and I'm still watching. So just know that, okay? For good and for bad. I didn't mean that in a negative way.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Miss Walker. Listen, and Miss Walker, you're right. We've had some ups and downs, and so today, Mr. Hannah has course corrected. He's back on track. He's been doing what he's supposed to do. I would like to give him a judicial applause for all of the hard work that Mr. Hannah has been doing. Congratulations to you, Mr. Hannah. We are so proud of you. All right, Miss Cleveland, what's that date?
Your Honor, excuse me, Mr. Hannah is in phase 2, and if possible, I would like to have him call the court for a face-to-face on July 15th, 2022 at 10:35 a.m.
Okay.
All right. Did you get that, Mr. Hannah?
Yeah, July 15th.
Yes,
you
sir.
said for a face-to-face, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
Mr. Hannah, I'm gonna have you go on mute for me. I have 2 more people to do in phase 2, and then I'm going to release everyone. Okay.
Okay.
Judge,
all right, very good. Thank you. Yes.
I have to talk to Mr. Bass about that civil infraction. Now that we're down to 2 people, can I go into a breakout room with him for a moment?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Attorney Reed. Ms. Wilson, if you could place Mr. Bass and Attorney Reed in a breakout room, that would be great.
Thank you. And Ms. Walker, I'm looking at blockading traffic, so think about that for a minute, please. Thank you.
Mr. Weed, I'm not shocked, and I have no problem with that.
Thank you,
Your Honor. If I might,
Thank you, Ms. Walker.
if I might interrupt, since Mr. Reed already has, I just want to remind the court we do have a Mr. Kamani Anderson in the courtroom. That's subject for dismissal. That's from your regular docket, Judge.
Yes, sir. And as soon as I finish phase 2, before I transition to phase 1, I'm going to do some traffic. All right. And then Mr. Ficus, has anyone gone into the breakout room with Mr. Puryear?
Yes, I have, Your Honor. We are ready to go.
All right, wonderful. All right, wonderful. I am ready on Miss Goldsmith. Miss Goldsmith, good morning to you. Where are you? There you are.
Good morning.
Uh-oh, you don't sound too good. Are you okay?
My allergies are not being my friend. My eye keep running, my nose keep running. They're not being my friend today.
Yeah, it's that time of the year in Michigan, right?
Yes.
Yes. And I'm not going to brag about how I had horrible allergies when I came here and had to take 2 injections a week. And then when I stopped eating meat, I don't take any allergy injections, and I do pretty good this time of the year. I'm not going to brag about that today. I'm going to call your case, Ms. Goldsmith. You know, I'm an advocate for it. Yes. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. I have the following for you. I have case number 210-565-4501. State your full name for me, Ms. Goldsmith.
Portia Goldsmith.
All right. You doing okay other than those allergies?
Yes, I'm doing fine. My allergies honestly haven't been as bad as they normally be, but today,
not a good day. All right. All right. Miss Goldsmith, you work in your program?
Yes.
All right. And you feel good about it. I see you smiling. I do.
I do. I was at work yesterday and I had a full-blown conversation with somebody about it. And they were like, how do you deal? And I'm like, well, one, I wanted to get back on track in life for me. I'm like, and 2, who's trying to go to jail? I said, no, I'm okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Nobody's trying to go to jail. And I hope that the things that you're learning in this program are things that you will take with you for a lifetime. You don't need jail looming over your head or a court or a case manager to just, continue to walk in recovery. And so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. All right. We had that holiday. You know, I want to know what happened. Any triggers? How'd you overcome?
No, actually, holidays aren't triggers for me, really, because normally I work. So over the years, 9 out of 10, I'm at work. But this holiday, we both decided to take off. So after we ate, we stayed in bed and took a nap.
All right.
That's
all right. Very good. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. All right. So you didn't have any issues over the holiday?
No, I was happy to be off. So I was not thinking about nothing else besides doing the minimum that I could do on that day. Because normally over the years, every holiday almost, I'm at work. So typically the main holiday that I tried to make sure I took off was to be with my daughter on Christmas. Other than that, any other holidays that they needed somebody to work, I'll be at work.
Okay. At the family business, right?
Right.
Yes. All right, Miss Goldsmith. And so how's your daughter? How's your daughter doing?
She's good. Yesterday was the last day of school. And actually this Sunday after church, she wanted to go to this majorette dance team tryouts. So we're going to see how that works out.
All right. Very good. Very good. All right. I heard that you attended the highway safety class. I want to know, what were your takeaways from that class?
To actually watch the case scenarios play out, because one of the videos, it showed a crash. So it showed the day before the crash of the girls who were partying and drinking, and then it showed the day of the people who I think they had just left class and they were going about their day and they were about to go get something to eat. And it showed you how the people who typically got up, you know how you get up, you just live your life and you have no idea that something so traumatic could happen. So when the crash happened, it was a death in both vehicles, and it made you really sit down and be like, this young person was just like, oh, I left class, I got that done today, let's go get something to eat. And then an accident happened on the negligence of someone else. So to actually watch the whole thing play out, it kind of was like, wow, like some things for the people who were not drinking, they didn't have any control over the people who could have not got behind the wheel. So it was just the notion of you think you're making a decision just for yourself, not realizing how many other people that decision can affect. And these are including people that you don't even know. So it wasn't just the people that was in the car. It was also the people who were on the outside looking in. So to me, it was a lot. And then the people from their school was all at the visual. So it was the process a lot and make you really think about, you be like, oh, I'm fine, but you never know how your fine affects a complete stranger that had no intentions on crossing paths with you. And then that's a ripple effect for their family. And I don't think a lot of people take all of that into consideration when they be like, oh, I'm fine. I just had a drink.
When they drink and get behind the wheel of a car. Yeah. Thank you, Ms. Goldsmith, for engaging and watching that video and doing some takeaways. And I hope that you found yourself or what could have been you in watching that video, and that will inspire you to continue to work hard. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right. Are you having any issues, any concerns that you need the team to address?
No, currently no issues. I've been, like I said, taking it a day at a time, working the program, talking to people. And I actually was speaking to my peer recovery coach yesterday. And we were just discussing little things. And she was asking me how things were going and how do I cope. And she was just like, you're so easygoing. And I'm like, well, I can't be upset with anybody about any decisions that I made. I say, but on the takeaway of that, I know I can't be down on myself, because when you get too hard on yourself, that could actually be a trigger. So it's really about finding the balance in accepting what you did, but with also accepting what you did, it's just the notion of don't be too hard on yourself. Take it and turn it into a positive. And she was like, yeah, she was like, I really think you could pay it forward. She was like, so with you now getting back in church and rebuilding that relationship with my pastor and not minding being open, talking to people, she was like, you should really consider taking it and paying it forward. So with your story and with you being so positive, she was like, I think you'll be great for sitting down and talking to people and letting people know and understand what's going on.
I agree. And I agree.
Think about that.
Yeah, very good. Very good, Ms. Goldsmith. Mr. Griffin, is there anything additional that you need to tell me about Ms. Goldsmith?
No, Your Honor. Like I said, she's been a pleasure to work with since day one. Like she said, she understands the circumstances that got her here, and she accepts those, and she's moving forward. So, Ms. Goldsmith is in compliance with your orders, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Anything from any of the other team members as to Ms. Goldsmith?
No, Judge.
All right. If not, Mr. Griffin, what's next?
Your Honor, she'll be coming back on July the 15th, 2022, and that will be at 10:35 a.m.
All right. Did you get that, Ms. Goldsmith?
Yes, I'm writing it down now.
All right, wonderful. I need you. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work that you're doing. Keep working your program. Stay engaged. You're seeing the benefits of it. We certainly see it on you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, let me have you mute yourself for me. All right, my last matter in phase, is he on the camera? Oh, he is. All right, last matter in phase 2 is for Mr. Ashton Gordon. Mr. Gordon, good morning to you.
Good morning, Judge. How we doing today?
I am doing well. How are you today?
I'm all right. Can't complain too much. It's been pretty good.
Okay. All right. Let me place your case number on the record. I have case number 2021SD0028. State your full name for me.
Ashton Julian Gordon.
All right, Ms. Gordon. You said things are all right. They just all right?
I mean, they're really good, so I kind of try to, keep myself in a really even keel, you know how that is. So I try to make sure I don't get too high or too low, but things have been very, very well.
They have been. All right. Tell me what's been very, very well. Remember, I want y'all to tell me something good. What's been very, very well?
I've been enjoying Heat since we got me in there. That's been something that I really taken very seriously. And then, just being around, other men my age and know that there are people that relate that are in different parts of this process, being able to see that, being able to see there's some people that are just starting it, some people that have been doing it for years and they still need to do that routine maintenance. So being able to see those kinds of things have been really well. Father's Day for me was interesting. Me and my dad haven't really talked, but my grandfather, he said, no, I'm doing the lunch for everybody. So he made us all the men in our family. We all sat down for breakfast on Father's Day. So, when he calls, I live with him. So when he calls, it's kind of, you don't really have a choice. You got to do what he says. So,
yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
So did you get to engage your father?
We talk, small talk, but baby steps are important. It's always about the small steps.
Yes. Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. And you said that you're doing well with Heat. I love it. The report this morning in staffing is that you are engaged. And so you're participating. You might want to check and do a little more participation, but you're there and you're receiving. And so I'm excited about that. Yeah.
I do a lot of participating. I mean, I feel like I'm very active. I think I started kind of quiet, but I think for the most part, I'm helping drive those conversations. So I don't know why I might be a little bit more, but I'm there present, and I'm not just there to, sign some paperwork and say I was here. I'm there to, engage in those conversations. So I think that's a little shocking to hear.
No, I'm just saying, just keep going. That's what I'm saying. Keep going. Keep going. Because sometimes the content with Heat, it gets a little more intense. So keep going. Just keep going.
The last couple of times have been very, very intense. Some stuff that you never really think about. You don't talk about the, the familial, the how things are passed down from some of the things your great grandparents went through, how some of that kind of shapes the way your life's going, or, how the relationships, as men, how relationships with women are jaded because of the relationships that we have, across the board. So it's just a lot of small things that we are learning that we're kind of see how everything's connected to your behaviors.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. How's that job going? Still well? Doing well?
Yeah, it's going very well. We finally got our staffing correct, and now we're trying to, not to say, but you're trying to get out all the rough edges. Once you get your staffing in order, then now you're trying to make sure everyone's on the right program. Make sure everyone understands. These are the standards. At first, it was just let's get people in here. Now it's like, okay, let's do this work the right way, rather than try to worry about quantity. We're trying to worry about quality. And it's now that my staffing is correct. We're working on some things. Identifying people we want to move up in the leadership roles, people we want to, kind of, give back to them. Basically a lot of principles of servant leadership is kind of what I'm trying to do with this team.
All right. Very good. Mr. Gordon, do you have any questions or any issues or concerns you need to bring to the team's attention?
No, ma'am. I do have the other case, the 29th, that should be wrapped up then, and then we'll be able to talk about that on my next appearance.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. And of course, if you need anything from us with respect to the other case, don't hesitate to reach out through Mr. Yancey, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. We're rooting for you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
We certainly are. All right, Mr. Yancey, is there anything additional that you'd like to add as to Mr. Gordon and or Mr. Williams?
Your Honor, nothing additional. Mr. Gordon, he's doing well. We talk somewhat frequently, and I know he's doing well. To my knowledge, at the Heat, he really likes that connection. So I'm really happy with Mr. Gordon. We have some other things to do, but all in good time, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Williams, anything you want to add?
Similar to all my other part of my Heat guys, I'm extremely proud of Brother Gordon, and extremely intelligent guy. And I'm very interested to see where his future is going to land him. So he's doing well. I got no issues with him.
All right, thank you, Mr. Williams. Thank you. All right, and then Mr. Gordon, if you don't have any questions, I'll open it up to the team. Anything you'd like to say to Mr. Gordon or to any of our phase 2 participants, because he's the last person in phase 2 this morning.
Yes, Judge, just keep up the good work. We're proud of you. Be safe. Thank you.
Good job, guys. I know y'all doing the Heat program. I think we did the Heat program in 3 days, the entire curriculum, and it was very intense. So I learned a lot. I think our team learned a lot. I just learned a lot about myself, and like I said, my family history too. So it's wonderful that you guys have embraced that program, and hopefully you can pull something from it and take it on to the next person. So congratulations, job well done.
Absolutely. All right, very good. What's the return to court date for Mr. Gordon? I did not get that.
Your Honor, I believe that's going to be July 15th at 10:35.
All right, did you get that, Mr. Gordon?
Yes, ma'am. July 15th at 10:35.
All right, wonderful. Phase 2, you all have done, everybody had good reports on today. I'm excited about that. Listen, don't let your guard down. We're going into a holiday, 4th of July. I'm not going to see you all until after the holiday, but you know that we are always here. We are accessible to you, your case managers, your treatment team. We are available. So we take the guesswork out of some of this stuff. Pick up the phone, dial into the courtroom, whatever you need to do to stay on track. I'm extremely proud of each of you, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, a great holiday. And remember, you do have to come back and see me after the holiday. All right. Yes, yes. So you all are the following individuals. Let me see whose faces I see. I don't see Mr. Hannah's face. Mr. Gordon, you are excused. Ms. Goldsmith, who do I have? Mr. Pope, Mr. Bass, Ms. Ellis, and Mr. Hannah. You all are excused.
Mr. Bass has to stay
Mr.
for a plea.
No, Mr. Bass, you have a case that we need to take care of. You can't try to be on Zoom. You know I will testify against you.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the car.
Okay, pull over and I'll put your matter on the record real quick. Pull over. All right, very good. Let's go to, you have that for Mr. Bass? Oh, no. No. All right, we're gonna switch gears, team. We're gonna be wrapping up because I know we are due for a break. I have to do Mr. Manning, who's phase 1, and then an intake, and then that will end the docket. So Mr. Fikens, I want to continue with because I want to release our observation team. So if Mr. Bass, if he needs to be on standby, if we need to adjourn him to come back tomorrow to handle that civil infraction, let's do that, okay? But if he can stand by just for a minute, I have 2 more cases to get through, all right?
Okay, yeah, Judge, you said
right,
Mr. Bass. There's also Mr. Anderson, Kamani Anderson as well.
All right, very good. Just give me a second. All right, let's go to Mr. Manning for the team. Mr. Manning is in the courtroom on this morning, and so he's going to join us at the podium. All right, Mr. Manning, I have the following for you: Z808-0701. State your full name for the record. All right, I'm gonna need you to turn that microphone and speak right into it. All right, very good. Hopefully everybody can hear him. All right, Mr. Manning, you know why you're here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what you want to tell me? I'm gonna let you tell me.
Saturday, went to the carnival for a couple of family members, and I was given a twisted lemonade. I think it's called frozen lemonade with alcohol in it. They dropped a couple hours later. I didn't think I dropped it dirty because when I blew inside the device, it didn't read no numbers on that. And got a call from Miss Cleveland and told me that I had a positive ETG.
Now, Mr. Manning, you know you're not supposed to have alcohol, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you knew that twisted lemonade had alcohol in it?
At the time, no, but I found out on the second round, when the second round was bought.
All right, but what do I tell you all about the things that you ingest while you're in this program? Who's gonna be held accountable for it?
I had to make sure I know what's being inside.
There you go. And you know that when you're out and you're in the public and you're gonna drink and you're gonna eat, you need to ask the question when in doubt. Now, if it just said lemonade, I don't have any questions. When you say twisted lemonade, I wanna know what's twisted. Is the ice twisted? Is the lemon twisted? You have to ask, sir. Because in the end, you're gonna be held accountable. And so I was informed about your screening results, but the bigger concern for me, Mr. Manning, is that you've not been engaging in your sessions with Mr. Killing. The month of June, he's only seen you one time.
Yeah, when I go to work, I have a call and inform Mr. Hodson that I'm not gonna be able to make it because I pick up a few extra hours on the weekend of, trying to make some extra funds.
Now, Mr. Manning, you know that's not going to work, right? I don't have an issue with you picking up additional hours, but remember, anything you put before your sobriety, you're gonna lose it anyways. So your sobriety has to be first. Mr. Killing is a part of your sobriety, your path to being sober and being in recovery, right?
Yes.
And so, listen, if you know that picking up hours is going to interfere, maybe you want to pick up some later hours, right?
Yeah, the thing is, they don't do later hours, but I mean, I can try to work something out with my supervisor.
You're gonna have to, because you must engage in your sessions with Mr. Killing. Because maybe engaging in the sessions with Mr. Killing may have helped you to not pick up a twisted lemonade and not ask any questions about it.
Right.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I also heard that you had some trauma that's taken place in your family. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Little cousin was killed on the east side not too long ago.
Yes, I saw it in the news. And so my condolences to you and to your family. And so that's why it's so important that you stay connected to your services. That you stay connected. That was tragic. I mean, I didn't even know that was your family member, and that caused me a lot of discomfort. And so I can only imagine what it's doing to you and to your family. And so in times like those, that's when you really want to stay connected, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because grief and loss can make you do some things that you know you shouldn't be doing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so I need you to stay connected. So listen, today I'm not interested in sanctioning you today. I'm not, but there are some recommendations that were made. And I'm going to, well, I guess you are getting a sanction. It would still be a sanction. In staffing, we talked, and the recommendation was that you be reassessed. And let me say a little bit about that reassessment. So Mr. Killing, you know that I am ordering, my sanction is going to be that reassessment. But I do want to say to Mr. Manning, for that reassessment, Mr. Killing, is that I need you to be brutally honest in that reassessment. Because when you're not honest with the person that's assessing you, or even the tool that may be used to assess you, you're not hurting anybody but yourself. Because then what happens is you prohibit us from, or the assessor or the program from being able to do what we know can be done to help you. And so you're gonna keep having bouts of going backwards. So I need you to be brutally honest. There is nothing you can tell us or tell Mr. Killing that's gonna make us say, you know that Javon Manning, he's a horrible person. Let's lock him up and throw away the key. Nothing. Trust me. We've heard it all. Almost all. I want to knock on wood, because just when I say that, I hear something new. Listen, nothing. So I need you to be honest so that they can align you with services to help you. Can I get you to do that, Mr. Manning?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I have your commitment.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so that's one part of it. You're gonna be reassessed. Second part of it is that you're gonna work with Mr. Killing. And I believe Mr. Killing may have someone else on from the team work with you. And you're going to come up with a safety plan. What's my safety plan? What's my plan that should I be confronted with life challenges, with any triggers, with grief and loss? How am I going to respond to that so that I stay on a path of recovery? You understand that assignment?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
All right, and I want you to get that safety plan together with Mr. Killing because you're going to see him, right? To be reassessed and to get back into your sessions the way he prescribes it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then the two of you are going to work together for you to come up with a safety plan. Again, you're going to have to be honest about where you go and the people you socialize with and the events and activities that you get involved in so that you have a safety plan that you can use, whether you're at a carnival and they're serving twisted lemonade or whether you're at work. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I count on you to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what questions do you have for me?
None at this time.
Okay, anything that you're struggling with that you need the court to help you with, Mr. Manning?
No, I actually, due to my son graduating, I helped him with prom and graduation. So I kind of, been struggling financially a little bit. So, I'm pretty sure I can get that together by, saving a little money from work from here on forward.
All right, help me out with that. So you have a son that's graduating from high school?
He actually graduated already, yes.
Okay, and so he's getting ready to embark upon is he going to school? Is he gonna go to school?
Actually, he was, me and him had to talk a few days ago. He said he haven't made a decision yet.
All right, very good. And so you're asking us to help you how?
No, I'm just, because the last few days, this week, I really had to walk to work, really couldn't drive because I didn't have the gas money, and I had a challenge getting here today. I actually borrowed the money from my supervisor to make it here today. So.
All right, and listen, I appreciate the fact that you made it here today. I did get your information from Ms. Cleveland. And I know gas prices are high. I wish I had a resolution for it. I just will tell you, I have pulled out my shiny red bicycle and I do ride it. And so listen, today while you're with us, Ms. Cleveland, can we get him some bus passes to maybe help him out while he's trying to make some adjustments? Would you like that kind of assistance, Mr. Manning?
Yes, that can be helpful.
All right, Ms. Cleveland, he said that would be helpful. Can you make that happen today?
Yes, Your Honor. And I'm listening to his testimony today, and I just want to make clear that Mr. Manning, I understand what he's saying. I know he's relying on rides and people to transport him because I do understand that he is on restricted license with the Secretary of State until July 5th, 2022. So he would be relying on public transportation or rides to get him to and from places, Your Honor.
All right. All right, thank you. So make sure that you connect with him. He's here in the courtroom. Let's get him some bus passes, okay?
I certainly will before he leaves today.
All right, very good. We'll take care of that. Anything else, Mr. Manning? All right, listen, let's get back up. Okay, get back on track. I need you to see Mr. Killing immediately, okay? All right, Mr. Killing, Ms. Cleveland, anything else you want to add as to Mr. Manning? He can see you all on the screen, even though you cannot see him.
I have nothing to add, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Killing, you'll make yourself available for him to get that reassessment done ASAP?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. Ms. Cleveland?
Your Honor, nothing to add. I am in agreement with the recommendations and the order of the court. And I just would ask that if he has a safety plan prepared, that I would be allowed to also have that for his court file so we'll know what those plans.
Well, he's got to get it prepared. He's got to get it prepared. He's gonna work with Mr. Killing.
Yes.
And we'll make sure because he's gonna go over it with us. Okay? All right, very good.
Thank you.
If nothing else, anything from any of the other team members asked to Mr. Manning? Let's encourage Mr. Manning. He had a little hiccup, but it's okay, Mr. Manning. You can still get up. You still all right with us. And we're still here to help you. You still want the help, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you still committed to working the program?
Yes, ma'am.
Then we are all good. Team, what do you want to say to Mr. Manning, if anything?
Your Honor, I just want to say he was doing very, very well before this hiccup. I want him to get right back on the horse and continue to ride. So yes.
And
We're
he
here
can
for
do
him.
it, right,
Yes.
Ms. Cleveland? He can do it.
He certainly
Yes, he
can, Your
can.
Honor.
All right. Anybody else on the team? As to Mr. Manning?
No, Judge.
I think two people were trying to talk at the same time.
I was
Mr. Reed?
I was just saying, it's just slip, Mr. Manning. We know you can do it. We know you can do it. Keep up the work, Mr. Manning. Work the program. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Did you hear that, Mr. Manning?
Yes, ma'am.
And even though they're quiet when I asked team to encourage Mr. Manning. Okay, but I just want you to know they're all rooting for you, right, team? We all rooting for Mr. Manning.
Yes,
Go on
Yes,
track
Judge.
and stay on track.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
You
come
can do
on.
this.
Yeah,
Come on,
you can do
Mr.
it,
Manning.
Mr. Manning.
Yes.
You can do it. Yes, you can. You can do it. Let's go. Let's go. All right? All right. Miss Cleveland, what's next for Mr. Manning?
Your Honor, he is in phase 1. I want him to look forward to promotion soon if he gets on his
Yes.
corrected path. Your Honor, so he would be having a Zoom hearing on July 8th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right. Did you get that, Mr. Manning?
Yes, ma'am, I got it.
All right, Miss Cleveland, I'm gonna have him stay in the courtroom until you can get those bus passes down to him. And then once you get them, you are free to leave, okay? All
And
right, good to see you, Jane.
Your
Can I say
Honor.
one thing, Your Honor?
Sorry.
Now y'all all want to talk. What y'all want to say? Go on, Mr.
No,
Gilman.
I
What you want to say?
just wanted to say something to Mr. Manning. Mr. Manning, will you be able to meet me in the morning so we can start on this safety plan?
Yes, yes, yeah, I'll be there.
All right, Mr. Killing, did you hear him? He said, yes, will you be able to do his reassessment tomorrow morning while
Yes.
he's there so he doesn't have to come out more than one time?
Yes. We can get them both
All
done
right,
tomorrow.
wonderful.
And Your
All
Honor.
right, so go tomorrow. Yes.
And just quickly, I want to report that I've checked his screens and his screens are good today.
Yes, ma'am, as they should be, as
Yes.
they should be. All right, Mr. Manning, wait for those bus passes, see Mr. Killing in the morning, and you're all good. All right, very good. All right, I have one more matter before I release the team for the break, and Mr. Morgan, be looking at the schedule so you can tell us what the adjustment will be. Let's do it. I am ready for the intake. Mr. Puryear, I'm gonna
Good.
have you unmute for me. There you go. Unmute, Mr. Puryear. There you
Good
are.
morning. Good afternoon.
Good morning. Good afternoon. He's trying to tell us
Yes,
he's
good
been on here
afternoon.
too long. I hear you, Mr. Puryear. All right,
Yes,
let's
ma'am.
do it. Let's do
Okay.
it. Can you run Mr. Puryear too to see if he has anything else here at 36th District?
No one, Judge, if I may, no one's gone over the order with Mr. Puryear. There were some questions about whether or not he would be doing the intake this afternoon. We had to
Right.
do some
Okay,
tests.
right,
Judge,
right.
Your
Did
Honor,
did
I
we
am,
get results? Yes.
Yes, the results came in. It is negative.
All right, then we are all set. Mr. Fikens, did you go in the breakout room with Mr. Puryear?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, are you satisfied that he's ready to proceed on today?
I am. After speaking with him and with the negative results, Your Honor, I would ask that we move forward today.
All right, wonderful. Let's do it. Mr. Puryear, you have been
Yes.
sitting with us since we've been
Yes.
on this morning. Are you ready to do this program?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
All right, do you understand that you need the help?
Yes, that's why I'm
And
here.
you're willing to let us help you?
Yes, yes, please.
And you're willing to let us help you the way that we know how to help you?
Yes.
All
way
right,
haven't
very
been working.
good. I'm sorry?
I say yes, my way haven't been working.
All right, well, wonderful. Let us show you another way. There is another way. Very
Yeah,
good. All right,
yeah.
Mr. Purrier, on this morning, let me have you state your full name for the record.
Tyrone per year.
All right, very good. We had an opportunity, Mr. Yancey presented you to the team on this morning for admission to our specialty court. He told us a little bit about you, that you are over the age of 18, that you have 3 children, and that you really want to work this program. He also indicated to us that you are currently at Lake Ridge, that you have done some treatment before in the past. We also learned that there was a little slip up on yesterday, and that's why you had to be tested on today. And so look, Mr. Purrier, you're not gonna come into this program with a sanction today. You're gonna come in with a clean slate, but you have to come in with a commitment that you're going to do your assessments and that you're going to be brutally honest in those assessments about your issues, and that you are going to work with us as we try to help you. Do I have your commitment to do that?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, very good. Very good. Do you understand or you agree that life hasn't been really good for you as long as you were engaging in the use of a substance, right?
Yes,
Okay, it hasn't been really good, right?
yes.
Yes, it's been good, or no, it hasn't been good.
Oh, being here? Yes, I have. Yes. I'm trying to understand what you said.
All right, let me ask it a little bit differently. You
Okay.
have been utilizing a substance, right?
Yes.
Prior to coming to us. And was your life good or difficult during the time that you were utilizing the substance?
Difficult.
It was difficult. All right, because you indicated earlier that the way that you've been taking, it's not been a good way. And so I want to encourage you,
No.
Mr. Purrier, I want to encourage you today that, listen, you are making the best decision probably that you've made in a long time to come alongside of us and let us help you so that life can get better for you.
Yes.
Okay? All right,
Okay.
very good. Mr. Purrier, you've had an opportunity to go in a breakout room and speak with Attorney Ficus. Are you satisfied that he answered all of your questions on today?
Yes.
All right, very good. And you understand that there are some things that you're going to have to do in the program, and that today the program is going to start for you. You're going to hit the ground running.
Okay.
You understand that?
Yes.
All
Yes,
right,
Your
and Mr.
Honor.
Ficus. All right, and Mr. Ficus went through that order, and you understand that the things that you may be ordered to do on today, that those things are subject to change depending on your
Okay.
progress in the program. You understand that?
Okay, I understand.
All right, and you understand that should any changes be made and should there be any sanctions because you have failed to follow this court's order, you will always have the opportunity to be heard. Do you understand that? We don't throw away your due process rights. You understand that?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Purrier, before I do admission into the program, do you have any questions for the team on today?
No, not at this moment.
Not at this moment. All right, Mr. Purrier, who's gonna be cheering? Go ahead.
It's one thing. I'm on a sober link machine, and I don't know. I want to talk to Mr. Yankee, and I want to see what we can do about that because it's getting kind of expensive.
It's getting expensive, Mr. Yancey. Let me tell you what we're gonna do about it. You need to be on that sober link or on the alcohol tether. And so he's coming in phase 1, Mr. Wade. Can we incur the cost with respect, Mr. Wade or Mr. Morgan, with respect to either the tether or the sober link? I need him on it for a couple of days.
Yeah, and if I could interject with some of that, Mr. Purrier is on the sober link due to the transferring court. So we're going to probably put him on something ourselves And once we do that, then the sober link can probably be removed from the other court.
All right. And so Mr. Puryear is not employed. I know he has an income. And so Mr. Morgan, and thank you, Mr. Yancey.
Yes.
Mr. Morgan, my question is, can we get him switched to a sober link through house arrest that we can, and are we able to incur the cost so that he can be relieved of the sober link that's costing him money with the transferring court?
Your Honor, we do have funds to assist him. So Mr. Yancey can start the paperwork, call Joel, our house arrest agent. Just make sure you speak to the referring court, let them know, we're gonna, hopefully they'll release him. Let's just communicate. So, but yeah, we do have some funds just to assist with that.
All right, very good. Let's do it. How does that sound, Mr. Puryear?
Sound good.
All right, we already working for you. We haven't even accepted you into the program. We already working for you.
And believe me, I appreciate it. And I don't have no problem with keeping it. It's just getting a little expensive for me.
We understand. We're gonna help you with that, okay?
Okay.
All right.
So I continue on blowing. I can continue on blowing until we get it together.
Yes, sir. Please do.
Okay.
Please do.
I will.
All right. No miss blows.
No more blows.
No miss blows. All right. Mr. Puryear, do you have any other questions for the team today?
No, ma'am. I'm just ready to get the ball rolling.
Let's get it rolling then. Let's get it rolling. All right, Mr. Reed, I'm sorry, Mr. Fikes, you went into the breakout room. Did you take the time to determine that your client is in fact eligible to participate in our specialty court pursuant to Michigan law?
I did, and Your Honor, he is eligible to participate according to Michigan law.
All right, wonderful, thank you. And then Mr. Yancey, you had the opportunity to process Mr. Puryear for admission. Did you determine whether or not Mr. Puryear is, or if he's ever been a substantial risk or threat to the public?
Your Honor, I did ascertain that information. He has not been a substantial risk to the public, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. If there are no other questions from Mr. Puryear and nothing else from the team, I am going to admit Mr. Puryear into our specialty court. Mr. Puryear, you are already with one of our providers, Lake Ridge, with a great group of people. I want you to take advantage of the fact that you are there. There's some assessments that they
my
need.
phone rang. I had to kind of phone call. I'm sorry.
Well, nah, you're not gonna take no phone call while you in court with me, are you?
I had to decline it so I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm just checking.
Okay, now what was you saying?
Did you see the team's face? They were like, "Oh Lord, certainly he didn't take a call while he was on with the judge."
No, I hit decline. No, ma'am.
All right. So this is what I said, Mr. Puryear. I am admitting you into our program, and I look forward to working with you. We have a great team. You are already with a great provider. There are some assessments you're at Lake Ridge. And there are some assessments that we need you to get done while you're at Lake Ridge. So I need you to fully participate, be brutally honest, so that they can come up with a plan to help you to get on track and hopefully stay on track, okay?
Yes, appreciate it, yes.
All right, very good. You're gonna see a lot of us, sir. You're gonna see a lot of us.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna have you back. I'm sorry? I didn't hear him. Mr. Williams, we may have a bad connection right now.
You went in and out on me.
All right, here I am. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do, Mr. Puryear. I'm gonna get your return to court date. Mr. Yancey, I'd like to see him next week until I can get those assessments done. Can we do that?
We would have to see him on June 30th, Your Honor, at 8:35.
All right.
Yeah,
you know
coming. As I'm doing Zoom or coming in person?
You're gonna do Zoom unless Mr. Yancey tells you otherwise. Mr. Yancey, let's put him out 2 weeks so that Mr. Williams can get those assessments done.
Yes,
He can
yes.
continue to connect to the services that are already there in-house. I don't want to take him away from that. So let's go ahead and put him out 2 weeks.
Your Honor, can we have him come back July 7th at 8:35?
Yes, sir. July
Okay.
7th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m. and that will be on Zoom, okay?
So I'm not coming June the 30th now.
No.
No, sir. No, sir.
July
7th on Zoom at 8:35.
Okay.
And I'll talk to you
All right.
before then.
Okay. I'll be looking for your call.
Okay.
All right, very good.
If,
If nothing
if
else, team,
if I'm in a meeting, Mr. Yankee, just leave me a message. I'll call you back.
No problem.
Okay. You
All
know we be
right.
in and out of meetings, so.
all right. Thank you
Okay,
so
I'm looking
much.
forward to it. Okay, thank y'all.
All
I
right.
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Perrier. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Perrier, Mr.
Yes.
Perrier, before you hang up. All right, I know you had that mishap last night. Let's not
That
connect or
was
go to,
it was the night before last.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
I want you to stay at Lake Ridge and work
Yes,
your
I'm not
program,
going nowhere.
okay?
I'm not going nowhere.
All right. All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Williams, before Mr. Perrier leaves, I'm doing my 30-day restriction as I usually do when someone comes over. Okay?
All right, noted.
All right, very good. Did you hear that, Mr. Perrier? 30-day
Yes,
restriction.
30 days.
30-day restriction. All right.
Starting
Very
today or yesterday?
Starting today, sir. I'm not gonna backdate your restrictions, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm just
No,
asking. I didn't know if he's gonna start from
Starting
there. Okay.
today. Oh, Mr. Perrier, I can see he's gonna bring us joy. All right, Mr. Perrier,
Okay.
starting today, 30-day restriction,
Okay.
okay? All right,
Okay.
so good to meet you. I look forward to working with you. Take care.
You too. Thank you.
You're free to leave. All right, very
Okay.
good.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, team, that ends our specialty court docket for the morning. And so I know that we're over in time. Mr. Yancey, if you could, not Mr. Yancey, Mr. Morgan, if you could tell us the adjustment to the schedule. I hope that you all are writing. Listen, we want some feedback. We want some critiquing, because as much as you all are learning, we want to learn too. That's the only way we get better. Anytime you're giving, if you don't walk away getting something, then you need to question yourself. So we want some feedback from you on today. And so I hope you're writing down your questions and all that good stuff. All right, Mr. Morgan, it's lunchtime, and I know I don't want folks to turn me off. So tell us our adjustments, and then Mr. Bass, I'm coming back to you and the rest of my traffic docket. Mr. Morgan, what's our adjustment?
Thank you, Judge. Actually, we're at lunch till 1:45. I put an extra 15 minutes in there. So
we're gonna come back at 2 o'clock, Mr. Morgan?
No, just 1:45, because we have an hour for lunch. So it was just extra.
All right,
15 just in case
Mr. Morgan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a Frago right here.
Okay.
I need us to come back at 2 o'clock because I still have some traffic matters I need to take care of.
Okay.
And that means that I'm not going to get that hour I need for a meeting and some other things I need to get done. And so I don't need the whole hour, but I do need a solid 30 minutes to take care of some things today before we reconvene. And so Tennessee, y'all can thank me later. You're gonna get lunch till 2 o'clock. Don't thank me yet, thank me later. All right, I'll see you all at 2 o'clock.
And what's on deck
All right.
at 2 o'clock is the discipline, and that's when we're gonna go to the breakout sessions, right?
Correct.
Yes,
Okay,
but I
very
think
good.
we'll all convene and then be placed in our breakout sessions, right?
Very good.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you,
Wonderful.
everyone. We'll see
All
you
right.
then.
Yeah, take care.
All right, very good. All right, team, give me 2 seconds. Mr. Bass, let's put his case on the record. Yes.
Yes, Judge. For Mr. Bass, I don't have his case number. Ms. Cleveland, do you have his case number for the traffic ticket?
You have, can you?
Yes,
put
I
down our-
do.
Tell her to
Mr.
give me
Bass?
5 minutes.
I got him. Thank you. Yes, are you ready, Mr. Reed?
Yes, we are.
It's SP 131-79741.
Thank you. Mr. Bass, unmute yourself.
Mr. Bass, unmute. All right. Mr.
Yes.
Bass, raise your right hand for me, please. Your other right hand.
I'm sorry.
Now you done set it off over here, sir. All right. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony, keep your hand up. I'm putting you under oath. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Reed, you may proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Bass, we talked in the breakout room and we talked about your constitutional rights to trial and formal hearing and to testify and bring witnesses and presumption of innocence. And you want to waive those rights and enter a plea of responsible today. Is that correct?
That's correct.
No one's forcing you to plead responsible. This is a voluntary decision on your part after you talked to me about the ticket and talked about the offer. Is that correct?
That's correct.
I'm satisfied as a voluntary waiver. May I do factual basis, Your Honor?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Mr. Bass, on the date and time of this citation in the city of Detroit, you are operating the motor vehicle and you are pleading responsible to disobeying a stop sign in the city of Detroit, understanding that there's a recommendation to amend this charge to blockading traffic. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct.
Thank you, Judge. I'm satisfied.
I'm satisfied as well. I am accepting your plea of responsible. I'm amending the charge to blockading traffic. I'm assessing the statutory fine in the amount of $175. And I'm going to give you some time to get that paid. Okay, Mr. Bass? You've got to get it paid before you leave us.
Huh? Oh,
you've got to get it paid.
Before I leave this meeting, or are you saying like the program?
No, this program. So listen, I'm going to I'll put it out a ways, Mr. Reed. If you can get it paid early so you can get it behind you. But I'll put it out for to get it paid by September 2nd, 2022. I'll put it on my docket for 8:35 a.m. But it's an adjourn to pay. You can get it paid by September, right?
Yep. Thank you, Judge Holmes. I really appreciate y'all. For real.
All right. We appreciate you too, sir. All right. Take care. Bye-bye, Mr. Bass.
All right. Have a good one,
All right.
everybody. Thank you.
You do
See you,
the
Miss
same.
Cleveland. Talk to you soon, Cleveland.
All right. Bye, Mr. Bass. Bye.
Okay.
Bye. We try to get lunch break. All right. Let's do it. I have for Anthony. Is it?
Judge Kamani Anderson, Your Honor. Kamani Anderson.
Oh, I'm sorry. Kamani Anderson. I have the following case number SP 123-65781, SP 123-65553, counts 1 and 2. Mr. Anderson, where are you?
Right here. I was in the middle of driving.
Yes,
and when I
sir.
heard my name,
You
I
cannot
pulled up.
drive. You got to pull that motor vehicle over.
Too late. I'm already done.
He did it, Judge. He did it, Your Honor.
He pulled over. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right, Mr. Fikens, how are we proceeding?
Judge, on all three matters, there's a recommendation to dismiss for the officer's lack of knowledge or remembrance. We join in that objection. We join in that recommendation, stipulate the probable cause.
All right. Thank you for your patience, sir. I am going to dismiss all three of your matters without prejudice. You do not have any other outstanding matters here at 36th District Court. Try your best to keep it that way, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.
There's one thing I do want to say to you.
What do you want to say to me?
It's good. Drug treatment program.
Well, thank you, Mr. Anderson. So if you know some folks that have some tickets at 36th District Court and they need help with alcohol, mental health, anything, tell them come to court. They can get help. It's not just about jail and money. There are some programs that can help them, okay?
Most definitely will pass the word along.
All right. Thank you, sir. Enjoy your day. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. I have one more matter. that's on the docket for this morning. And that is for, it looks like Anthony Robert Austin. I have the following cases. Case number SP 121-1177, counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number SP 129-80881 and SP 129-81861. Mr. Austin, please unmute and state your full name.
Anthony Robert Austin.
All right, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon as well.
All right, thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. Mr. Fikens, these matters are all scheduled for trial. Did the issuing officer or witnesses check in?
None of the issuing officers or witnesses signed in, Judge. It did not appear on
All
Zoom.
right. Oh, Lord, Mr. Anderson, Mr. Austin has 100,000 cases here at 36th District Court.
Judge, I believe that we were trying to tackle a lot of these before, and I think the court set up some dates for Mr. Austin to come in, and this was one of them. And I think the court parsed it up over time. I don't know if he missed a date in the past or if he was right on target.
He must have.
But what I'd recommend, Judge, is maybe we can hold off, since no one showed up, Judge. Maybe we can put this off till Monday. We can take a look at it, get everything in line. I know Mr. Austin wishes he'd get a lot of this behind him, but he's doing it. And as long as he keeps doing it the right way, we'll get these matters taken care of.
All right. So listen, Mr. Anderson, the matters that I called today, this the new one? No, that's the warrant. Oh, he has 4 warrants out here too. Thank you, Ms. True.
I believe that was for a missed court date, Judge, but.
Yes. All right. So this is what we're going to do, Mr. Anderson. The matters that I called on today, I'm sorry, Mr. Austin, the matters that I placed on, okay, let me make sure you're not getting the attitude first. You need time to adjust your face, because I could have sworn I saw a little attitude going. Did I, Mr. Austin? No,
I don't think so, Judge.
I didn't. Mr. Austin, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, you're not getting the attitude with me, right?
Oh, no.
Okay, all right, because I'm still working for you, I promise you. Bye, Mr. Manning. I promise you I'm working with you. Listen, the cases that I called today, the 5 cases, they are going to be dismissed without prejudice. They won't be dismissed today. They're going to be dismissed without prejudice. So that's what we're going to put in the thing, adjourn for dismissal for all 5 of those. I'm not going to give the officer another opportunity to show up. But sir, you have a number of outstanding matters here at 36th District Court. I cannot give you dismissals without taking care of all of these matters. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. So
that's
what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. Well, I don't know if you missed the other court date, but I am going to adjourn your matters for Monday. And Mr. Fikens, between today and Monday, if you can, work with the prosecutor, get the printout from Ms. Drew, and let's get a package deal for him. But these 5 are still, I'm not giving the officers another opportunity to come, okay?
Can I tell you about how I missed the one date on the 7th? Because I was stabbed and I was in the hospital, and I got out on February 7th. That's why I missed this court date.
I understand, but now I'm glad you're okay. I hope that you're recovering well, but there's nothing I can do to undo that at this time.
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't come to court. So you set off a chain of events now, but let us help you. That doesn't mean we can't help you. Okay, I just can't do anything about it today. All right? Yes?
Yes, but you know, you gave me more court dates on the 1st of July as well, because the last 4 court dates was like the officers missed, so you had merged them together. So that's kind of sort of why I got this court date. So you gave me this court date and the 1st of July. So,
all right, so you want to just keep the 1st of July?
I mean, yeah, if you can you merge them on to that one?
Yes, and I'm still going to mark all of these, the ones for today, that I'm going to mark what should be dismissed because the officer didn't show up, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
We're going to work with you. We're going to get through it, okay?
Okay.
Let me just find the rest, and hopefully you gonna just live right after this with respect to 36th District Court, right?
Yes, because like I said, it's been the biggest impact of my life because I got like tased like 7 times back in Inkster. And I lost my job. So me being homeless and missing court all the way from 2019. And like I say, like me just being able to survive until now, I've been able to, of course, be able to keep with my court dates. But yeah, a lot of stuff was just missing court because of the stuff I went through.
I
and being able to
understand
be on
it.
the
So you
phone
know
now.
what? All right. So you know what, Mr. Austin? You sound like you a good guy. So I want you to come back on July 1st so we can work with you, okay? Now, Ms. Drew, the 5 cases that are up to date, put them on for July 1st, adjourn for, and put in the ROA that they are adjourned for dismissal. Okay? And then I don't think y'all have an adjourn for dismissal for the docket. Put it for like review or something like that, okay? All right, and that way we know that those are out there. Mr. Fikens, I'm gonna take a little more liberty. He has 4 outstanding warrants. Yes, 4. I'm gonna set aside those warrants because I would hate for him to get arrested between now and July 1st. So the following matters, I'm gonna set aside the warrants. You heard that, Mr. Austin? You see how we still working for you?
Yes.
We still working for you. Now, y'all know he said that he was homeless. You have somewhere to live now, Mr. Austin?
I had bought a house off Land Bank, but I had injured my leg, so I'm actually working on the house myself. I actually just bought some tools. So that was the whole little thing.
Okay.
I finally bought some tools. I went to school with the EITI program with the Land Bank, rebuilding Detroit. I just did that last year when I injured my knee. So I was trying to put that to use, but unfortunately I got stabbed in February. So that's kind of made a lot of things harder. So, yeah,
all right, so you didn't answer my question though. You have a place to live right now?
I honestly do not, but I mean, you know, I get by, you know, honestly. I mean, I make it work.
Well, Mr. Austin, do you want a place to live right now while you are working it out?
I mean, I would love for a place to stay. I don't know how that. I would love for one. I would like to have a place to stay, but I don't honestly, you know, I mean, I don't know what to honestly do other than try to get something going with a job or something. But I can't work because, like I said, my body. But my license, I know I can get a driving job if I can drive. But that's what I've been trying to get my license together for.
All right,
but, yeah.
Mr. Fikens, can we put him in? Can someone text Mr. Williams and just see if there's anything Lake Ridge can do for him to help him while he's trying to get his house together? I don't know if there are any case managers still on. I don't think so. I don't think so. I know he's not in any of our specialty courts, but he's still a human being with a need. And y'all know I can't just glance, you know, I can't just pretend like I didn't hear him say he didn't have a place to live.
But Your Honor, we can do this because he's coming back next week. We can start laying some of the foundations so that we can discuss this matter with him, as well as wrapping up some other matters. Find out a little bit more about him and his abilities and disabilities. I think that has to be done. Got to get him in the right spot. So maybe by July 1st, we can put it all together when he comes back. But that's my only suggestion, Judge.
Okay. All right. Let me address the warrants just real quick. Can you get somebody? Tell somebody to pop back on real quick. All right. Here are the warrants, Mr. Fikens. Here's what I have. I have SP 1007576-1, case number SP 103-89391, case number SP 103-89392, and case number SP 103-89393. And that's all for Mr. Austin. Mr. Fikens, I am setting aside the warrant.
Yes, Shannon.
And then I am going to place these on my docket for July 1st. Wait, where are we? Are we 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks out? Are we at least 2 weeks out from July 1st?
July 1st is next Friday.
Next Friday.
Oh, that's next Friday.
Next Friday.
All right. I'm gonna put these on for July 1st, Mr. Fikens, and I will just indicate that they will be for pretrial, okay?
Thank you, Judge. Yes.
All right. So schedule them for pretrial. All right, Mr. Austin, did you hear that? So you don't have any warrants out there anymore.
Yes, I heard it. Thank you.
All right, very good. I'm waiting to see if Mr. Morgan or Mr. Williams is going to jump back on. I just want to give you a number, and whether or not you follow it, I'm gonna leave that up to you, okay? Where are you, Mr. Austin? Did you hang up on me? Oh, where are you, Mr. Austin?
There he is. He's back on.
All right. All right, Mr. Morgan?
Yes, Your Honor.
You know I can't help myself, so I'm gonna preface it by saying that I cannot help myself. We have Mr. Austin who's trying to get his life together. He's fallen on some hard times. He indicated to this court that right now he is homeless. He does not have a place to live. I would like to see if you could connect him with Mr. Williams at Lake Ridge and see if Lake Ridge can help him. He's willing to work. He's trying to get his life together. He's got a home that he purchased through the land bank. He's trying to fix it up, but he got stabbed and it slowed him down. And so I just want to make sure we can help him, even though he's not in our program.
Yes. Judge, if you can just throw me in a breakout room with them so I can get some phone numbers and I don't have to put it, and I know we live.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, Miss Wilson, I need you to place Mr. Austin and Mr. Morgan in a breakout room. And Mr. Morgan, when you're finished with him, he is free to leave, but I need you to update me as to what was done. I want to make sure that he's good. He's trying to get his life on track.
Yes, Judge.
All right?
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. All right, team. I'm not going to end the meeting for everybody because then that's going to mess everybody up. But I am going to take the rest of our session 2 o'clock. I will be in chambers, so you all can cut this off. You accept your invitation to the breakout room, Mr. Austin. Look on your device.
All right.
Accept your invitation. Thank you, sir. I'll see you in a couple of weeks, but go to that breakout room. All right, very good. Team you all did an awesome job today as usual. I'm looking forward to us working together this afternoon in our respective disciplines. I don't know who scheduled this for a Friday where we're gonna be up until almost 5 o'clock. But you know what? In problem solving court, we're not afraid of no work or a work schedule. So let's do it. I look forward to seeing you all this afternoon.
Yes, Judge.
And Miss Wilson, I think that you are good. You will not be in the afternoon sessions. Those are just strictly for learning purposes. And so you are all set. Thank you so much for coming in and taking care of us on today. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Your Honor. You're welcome.
All right, very good. All right, I'm not going to end the meeting, Miss Wilson. I'm going to leave that to you because they're in a breakout room. I'm just going to leave.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, Judge.